And it worked.
Oh my
hi,
God.
people. Yes, I'm here with Steve. I found him. Damn it! And,
I'm his clone.
Yes, I'm.
Played by Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum does a really good voice.
Yes, he does. He's a great actor.
Yes.
I am CGI based on what's his name, James Marsters.
Woo! And we're here to review Thor.
No, we're not. We're here to review Iron Man 3.
Damn it!
There's only one other movie that could be this epic.
Why am I being lied to?
Because God doesn't like you.
And
God Thor.
Damn you, Odinson!
I always laughed at that. His last name is Odinson. That's just random.
Stanley thought of it.
Yeah.
So
We'll
we'll spoil everything in this movie. We're not going.
Wait, before we start the spoilers, this movie's epic. Go fucking watch it now.
Yeah, we're obviously gonna say go watch it.
Yes.
So
now for the spoiler-filled review.
Now for the spoiler-filled. How high were your expectations for this movie?
Pretty damn high. I mean, it's the God of Thunder. I was expecting him to outdo Captain America, but Captain America isn't out yet, so.
For all we know, it might have.
It probably did. It got, $66 million just now?
Yeah, its opening weekend, $66 million, which is around the amount of money, at least the Marvel studio movies make now.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good, which proves that these movies are still doing good, and not to mention everyone else at least thought it looked epic enough to go see.
Yeah, I know, everyone at school wanted to see that movie for some reason. I didn't even realize they knew it was a comic book.
Oh, no one wanted to see this movie at my school. They're like, that looks stupid.
Are you kidding?
Slapped me! No, let me rephrase that. I'm going to say exactly what they say. That was stupid. You slapped me! I hated anyone who thought this movie looked stupid. They're like, well, okay, fine, what movie did look good? Transformers. So you smacked me again! I know people with the worst taste in movies. There
are people who are excited for the Governator over Thor.
Oh, God.
And we're all looking forward to the Governator, aren't you?
I'm looking forward to laughing my ass off at it.
I'm looking forward to getting eye surgery after I'm done watching. And maybe some...
Another clone. We'll need another clone played by Michael Rosenbaum.
Yes. No, this time will be played by the actual Lex Luthor. What's his name? Kevin Spacey.
Kryptonite.
I love that.
I own that movie now randomly.
Yes, so do I.
Okay. The stuff on Asgard's fucking amazing.
Yes, my God. And the beginning of the movie is on Earth, and you go back to it later, but the entire first half is on Asgard, and that's just awesome.
Yes. Oh, and also, not even less than a day when Thor's on Earth, he gets owned a lot.
Yes, he gets hit by a car twice.
Yes. He
awesome.
gets tased.
And then shot in the ass.
He gets shot, and then they, have to sedate him. Oh, God. Chris Hemsworth pissed off the writers at that time.
But when you see what he did in Asgard, it's just badass.
Yeah, it makes up for it. It's just really funny because we see him get ran over, which is hilarious.
Nice.
Yes. And
the second time was funnier.
Yes, and then when he gets sent on Earth, after, wow, he was pretty awesome. Soon as he's on Earth, he's useless at times. He gets tased by the last person you think would be a formidable opponent. And she was funny, too, for the most part.
Yes, Mew Mew. Greatest name for a Warhammer ever.
Look, it's Mew Mew. She was the one who tased him, her first line, one of her very first line was hilarious when they find Thor. She's like, I could totally give mouth to mouth.
It was awesome.
And the best part, I still think her best scene is where she says nothing, Jane and the other guy are talking, and she's in the background setting up the taser.
I know, that's awesome.
They're like,
then when everything in their lab gets stolen, she's complaining about her iPod.
Yes, and they're like, I don't give a damn about your iPod. She's the, every Marvel movie, you and me say there's a breakout character.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2, it was Happy Hogan. She's the breakout character.
Iron Man 1, it was the awesome robots.
Yeah, it was that awesome hand robot. And
what about the
Hulk? Damn, I don't think the Hulk had one.
No, the guy who was going to be the leader. He was awesome.
Yeah. Actually, no, I still think Stan Lee's cameo in the Hulk's.
That was hilarious. He dies.
I know, I'm like, oh, they're gonna play that. Like, when he dies, NBC's gonna play that as their reference point.
You know what's
This
weird?
is how he died.
The girl,
What?
that awesome girl in Thor, actually has a lot of movies.
Yeah, I've seen her in shit.
I've never seen her before.
I know I've seen her, at least like commercials with her in it. Kat Denning's her name, if anyone knows.
Yeah.
The best part is that she described it as Foster's little helper gnome.
Yes.
She even knew. Okay, her Wikipedia page is. Oh, the picture's hot. Damn it, distractions.
And she was really nerdy in the movie, but she was still kind of hot. Anyway.
I'm really glad that like Warriors 3 and Sith got a lot of screen. I was kind of worried they weren't going to get enough.
You know, I was worried Volstagg was going to be either too campy or too serious, but he was actually pretty good. Played by the damn Punisher.
Remember that chat we had with Kajib?
Yes.
And we told him that he refused to believe that was real.
Yes, but God, it was awesome. He was a good Volstagg.
The best scene is when they're like, "You eat 6 boar," and you. When they point out the fact he's eating like 6 giant buffalo, and they're like, "You don't care about Thor." Yes, I do. You were eating 6 buffalo.
Oh, and what's really awesome is usually when you have these kinds of movies where someone gets cast out and they go to Earth, they have no idea what's going on. But for the most part, Thor actually knows about Earth.
Well, actually, I will agree with you on that. It's not that he doesn't comprehend things. He's just like, I am Thor. Go to hell.
Exactly, like that.
I don't give a crap. I'm son of Odin.
He has that awesome scene where he goes to a pet store to ask for a horse.
He's like, I need a horse. We only sell dogs and cats. Do you have one big enough to ride? Everyone lost their shit at that. And then there's the scene where all the rednecks are trying to grab Mjolnir.
Yes, that was awesome too.
That never got the greatest Stan Lee cameo of all time.
Then tried to get him coffee, so he just smashed the glass and said it was a compliment.
Yeah, he's like, bring me another.
Thor was actually hilarious in this movie.
Yeah, I kind of thought the humor would get old, because let's face it, there are a lot of movies where you take a character from that kind of setting and they suck. The He-Man movie.
Oh, God, He-Man.
Hercules in New York, Conan, yeah.
And they do a good job making it go from serious to funny, because there was that time where he goes to the Frost Giant realm and Thor's about to start a war, so Loki just kind of sweet talks them out of it and they're about to walk away. But the moment they insult Thor, Loki's like, damn, and Thor just kicks everyone's ass.
Yes. Oh, and the hammer stuff looked good. I kind of thought the parts where he would spin the hammer would look kind of lame on screen, but they looked...
No, it looked pretty realistic for the most part.
Yeah, it didn't look silly. I just thought it was just kind of look silly with
the one thing that annoyed me is that they never gave the Destroyer a name.
Yeah, they never called it Destroyer, did they?
No, they just say go and destroy everything, and
it's
like
with War. It's like with War Machine in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, they were like a name.
You want to be a War Machine? I don't know. God, that was.
It was a little.
Oh! The Hawkeye cameo.
That was definitely worth it. That was a good cameo.
Way more than I was expecting. I was honestly expecting like a shadowy figure shooting a goddamn arrow, and that's it. He had dialogue.
No, it's even worse, because if you look at one of the clips they put on Marvel.com, it's literally just Thor fighting the guy, and there's a black guy in the shadow with a bow. But in the actual movie, he gets dialogue. People call him by name. He grabs a bow and arrow and aims.
You see his damn face. Yeah, like my God.
And he seems like a decent Hawkeye.
Yeah, actually the weird part is someone yelled out that was Jeremy Renner in the theater.
That's awesome.
Like, he should have a role in this movie. He's a good actor.
He was pretty awesome.
I'm like, shut up. You'll get him in the Avengers.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I not to mention, I love the part where he goes for the gun, he just grabs the bow and arrow. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Like, oh, now we know it's Hawkeye. It reminds me a little bit of Green Arrow's bow from Smallville.
Yes, one of the few things good from Smallville.
Green Arrow was the only part of that show that I love. Anyway.
The
costumes were awesome.
Yeah. I didn't get too annoyed that he didn't have the helmet for all the movie.
Which is weird, because they show the helmet, but he never wears it. Ever.
Yeah, it's just that scene where he's about to be king, and then he takes it off, and I know I'm not going to see that damn thing at all, am I?
No, never again.
Not even when he gets his powers back, and he gets the cool Sailor Moon montage where he gets his costume. No helmet.
No helmet at all.
Did that thing annoy the crap out of him? Loki had to wear that thing with the horns, and that looked like it'd be uncomfortable.
Well, to be fair, Loki had more of a purpose for his helmet since he was king for like half the movie.
Yeah, that was actually one theory I was kind of going on. Like, apparently it's a king thing. Like, since he's not the king, he doesn't wear it out of respect, I guess.
Hey, was it just me, or near the end when Loki and Thor were battling, did you feel bad for Loki?
I did. They don't make him evil. He honestly is just a guy doing this on circumstance.
Exactly. He wasn't evil at all. He was actually pretty sympathetic for the most part.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was doing bad stuff, but it seemed like he was doing it for a better purpose. He was doing it to save himself. Not to mention,
and even when he lied, you can kind of justify it.
Yeah, like he had justifiable reasons, and not to mention, I kind of felt a little bad when he found out he was a frost giant. Like, oh,
that was awesome.
However, the thing that kind of made me feel less sad is every time his face would turn frost giant, I kept thinking he looked like Data from Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking. It was a little weird.
I'm like, God damn it! That guy, if they need Data in the new Star Trek franchise, we have a guy. We have him. He would look perfect.
And Loki was really well cast. He was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, no one was badly cast.
No, even what's her name? Natalie Portman was awesome as Jane Foster.
Yeah, and I kind of thought I'd get sick of her too.
But no.
No, I didn't get sick of it. I thought I was eventually going to get sick of our favorite character who tased Thor, but because
she was awesome.
She's not important at all from the comics. I'm going to hate her. It's like, oh my god, I haven't laughed so much.
It was good. And you know what's weird is that if you ever watch any other comic book movie, it always goes into either feeling bad for the hero or making him iconic. But Thor is probably the only comic book movie I've ever watched where you actually stop and think, oh my god, this is a hero with like 40 years of history, and he's a god, and he's epic and awesome. Is there have you ever been taken aback by it?
Yeah, even when I kind of got this feeling like before the Warriors 3 and Sif come, you kind of get this feeling that, you know what, he's comfortable in this way. He kind of has an okay life here now.
Yeah, but like, if you go...
Hello? You cut out. Ah, crap. Sorry about that, folks. The connection went out on us. But I really did like the fact that he seemed kind of happy. Like, a lot of these movies, there's really, as it goes on, they get the crap spilt on them, and they just can't be happy for once. At least, if things were going to go the way Thor wanted, he was going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. And even in Exile, he was actually pretty calm. Like, he was cooking them breakfast and stuff.
Yeah, like, that was the scene where I'm like, wow, I think he's kind of okay where he is now.
And even when he asks for a horse, he still has, like, a giant smile on his face.
Yeah, like he's asking in kindness and fairness. He's like, can I have a horse? Please?
And like, the only time he's ever been maybe a little bit pissed off is after he couldn't pick up his hammer and after he got knocked out, but those are understandable.
Yeah. Especially when you get knocked out
by a car twice and by orderlies.
And by Jane Foster's assistant.
Who was awesome. I'm never letting that go.
Oh, I love it. He's like, you dare to...
No, we need a movie of just the robots from Iron Man, her, and the leader.
I think you and me just described one of the worst Avenger teams ever. Like, that's only written for comedy. We wrote the Great Lake Avengers.
With Michael Rosenbaum and James Marsters in as side characters. It's perfect.
Yes.
I would watch that movie in a heartbeat.
Yes, I really love the effects for the most part. They looked really cool. I'm pretty sure if I did see this in 3D, it might have been worth it.
I was actually kind of worried because if you look at the original trailer when Thor throws his hammer, it looks a little sloppy, but it was really smooth in the actual movie.
Well, I don't know. Like trailers tend to look like that.
Yeah, but then there's the entire area of just frost giants, which could have looked terrible, but it didn't.
One of my other favorite characters was Hemdall.
Oh yes, he was awesome.
He was. There was one moment where I thought I was gonna get pissed off where the frost giants froze him.
Yes.
I'm like, we're not gonna see him hurt people.
I love that scene though, where he's like, "So I no longer serve you." He takes his sword out and gets ready to kill Loki.
No, the best part, he's like, no, I'm not here. Like, you didn't ask anything, and he just left us there.
And then there's that time where the Warriors 3 are trying to conspire to get Thor back, so Heimdall calls him there, and he tells them what they're about to do. He says, "Good, let's do it."
Yeah, he's like, I am not allowed to do it. Well, we're going to. Okay, fine, let's do this. Yeah, take that, racist jerks who wanted him out of the movie. He was freaking awesome, because that was the thing. I guess we better mention Anthony Hopkins. He was amazing, as he usually is.
Yes, although I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but he goes into the Odin sleep and he looks really exhausted and about to die. I wasn't sure if that was acting or it was just his age.
A little bit of both. He played with both.
Yeah, and when he gets pissed off as Thor, his face turns like tomato red. I was kind of worried he's going to die during filming.
That would have been sad.
I know. It's bad to say, but damn.
Because as much as you and me love this movie, it'd be really sad to know his last acting role was in Thor. I don't know why. It's just like I think he should die on a really cool Oscar-winning movie.
Well, what if Thor wins an Oscar? Come on.
Effects could get him there. Oh, and also I'm going to point this out: the Bifrost is a Stargate. I was happy.
Yes,
it functions as a Stargate. And however, when it started spinning, I couldn't get it out of my head. It just looked like a really cool amusement park ride.
Okay.
Every time you would see it spin from the outside, I'd go whee.
I'm like Six Flags just found something to copyright.
Yeah, I just had this funny vision in my head of everyone going whee, shoot. And not to mention, they mention a lot of things from the other movies. They mention Banner, but they don't say his name, but they're like Gamma, a professor who was performing.
Actually kind of pissed me off. I mean, if you're going to be in the same universe, why don't you just say his name already?
Mm-hmm. Well, then again, we didn't get the name destroyed. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to be clever. They named Stark.
Oh, well, we did get, damn it. I just forgot, and it was something amazing. We got Donald Blake.
Yeah, we got that. He's like, yeah, he's some douche boyfriend. We don't
Apparently
he's
gonna have a big role in the sequel since they're already working on that.
That's good to know. I liked Coulson, even though he just played generic role of stop everyone.
He was awesome for the most part.
He was. He's like, is that what a Stark? He's like, they never tell me anything.
And then the Destroyer just shoots them all. I was worried he was gonna die in that scene. I mean, it's the Destroyer.
Yeah, I did like the scene where they thought they got him, where Sif, like, stabs through his neck. No, and he just turns around and shoots.
Then when Thor gets his hammer back and kicks the Destroyer's ass, it's like the greatest scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah, I love the scene where he's like, don't hurt them, Loki. You want me? And he's like, damn you. You're awesome, man. And then he get it back, I'm like, I still couldn't get it out of my head. I'm like, that looks like Sailor Moon.
You know, I was worried for the entire movie you weren't going to be able to relate to anyone, but you feel bad for the gods in this movie. That's pretty good writing. Yeah,
like, you kind of feel that emotional punch for Odin, because, let's face it, it's like watching your grandfather get a stroke in front of you. That's pretty bad.
It was even well-timed, because Loki was giving him this giant-ass lecture, and he just falls in his arms. It was a pretty good scene.
Yeah, you're feeling bad for Loki. You're like, because you get this feeling that he's doing all these things, and some of them he kind of regrets. He's like, people are upset at me about it, but he's like, I need to do this.
Yeah, like, I don't know who to feel worse for. Do I feel bad for Odin? Do I feel bad for Loki? It was really well done.
Yeah, and not to mention, I love at the end, and Heimdall looks, he's like, what's happening on Earth? She's looking for you. Like, oh, that's sweet.
I know. And the Rainbow Bridge looked badass.
Yes, it did. Not to mention, him smashing the Rainbow Bridge looked cool.
Yeah, I was talking about it with my friend. I said, okay, it's a rainbow bridge that connects worlds. And she's like, that sounds like the gayest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, no, it's awesome. It's a rainbow bridge.
If it was anything, if I would have explained it, I would have said Rainbow Bridge, but it accesses Stargate. They're like, get away from me.
No, she just kept saying how gay it sounded. I'm like, no, it's not gay. It's like a crystaled bridge.
It's really hard to convince people that,
Like, I can take a picture of it for you. It's awesome. Just imagine something amazing with a rainbow.
Yes. It's only rainbow colored. The rainbow isn't infecting the gayness, I swear. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. Might as well talk about the post-credit scene.
The post-credit scene was awesome. I was actually worried Nick Fury wasn't going to be in this movie, since he's in like...
I knew he was going to be in it, because you go on IMDb, his name comes after Chris Hemsworth.
Why? He has like 5 seconds of dialogue.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, good luck keeping that a secret. Like, they have to... I'm like, really? Like, as soon as they saw his name, because they're like, yeah, he's going to be in it, they're like,
I feel bad for anyone who went to see the movie just for him.
I don't know, I kind of feel bad for the people who are expecting him to be cool in Iron Man 2. I mean, like, killing things cool, not Sam Jackson talking cool. He was Sam Jackson talking cool.
And as far as the writing and directing goes, the guy who made this movie does mostly Shakespeare stuff, so that was going to be worried. But if you ever read, like, Henry V or Julius Caesar or anything Shakespeare does, it's just like Thor, except less badass.
Yes, there's less awesome special effects and explosions.
No, but they do like the whole royal family troubled thing, going down to peasants, love triangle things. It was really well done.
Yeah,
and it felt like a Shakespeare book, except with, gods and shit.
Well, let's see. It's shit. And,
lots of flying thunder shit.
Here's a weird thing. One of the guys who wrote the story, who was not JMS, you know what script he worked on?
What?
Batman Triumphant.
Damn it. That movie would have been epic, wouldn't it?
He was also, he's only worked on a few movies. Thor, Poseidon, and I Am Legend, and The Cell as a producer. And like for the screenplay, they had like 3 different people do the screenplay. They had Ashley Edward Miller. They didn't even have anything for her. Oh, she co-wrote Agent Cody Banks.
I hate that movie.
And not to mention, she worked on Andromeda and the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
I love the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Never mind.
And apparently, she was also involved with writing X-Men First Class.
I can't remember that movie either. Did you notice when you went to the theater that almost every single trailer that played beforehand was a comic book movie?
Yeah.
It was Captain America, Green Lantern, X-Men First Class, Cowboys vs. Aliens.
Yeah, they really need to get that pimped out.
I know. I was like, ooh, the comic book summer has begun.
Another writer they had was Don Payne, and he has a lot of Simpsons episodes under his belt, but he also co-wrote Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh, God.
And My Super Ex-Girlfriend.
Good thing I didn't see My Super Ex-Girlfriend.
I did.
How was it?
I say nay.
That means it's awesome. Let's go watch it.
Well, hey, I said nay more than they did in the movie. I'm really glad they didn't do that. That would have annoyed the shit out of me.
Also, instead of giving them the full Norse dialect, they just kind of gave them a small accent, which actually really worked.
Yeah, everyone sounded cool. Also, all the Warriors 3 looked exactly like they should. Except Hogan didn't have a beard.
Yeah, which was...
Or his hat. He didn't have that cool hat.
Oh, there was that awesome scene where the humans are describing them. He's like, look, it's Xena, Jackie Chan, and Robin Hood.
And Robin Hood. Everyone lost it when they said Xena, Jackie Chan, and Robin Hood.
Yes, they did.
I'm like, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, that's amazing. Did they say anything for Volstagg? I can't remember.
No, I don't think. No, Volstagg was pretty much there.
Yeah, some fat guy. But this was a really good movie. It went past my expectations, and let's face it, our expectations were high.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Avengers is coming up, and they're doing a movie about Thor with JMS attached. It had to be good.
Yeah, they can't be stopped with these. At least the general consensus is all these Marvel Studio movies have been great, and damn it, they proved it again.
Yes, they have. Even Iron Man 2, which people seem to hate, is still an awesome movie.
Yes, unfortunately, we're still getting that crappy Tales of Asgard movie.
Yeah, but I'm probably not going to watch it anyway because this was just too good.
I keep forgetting it's coming out, but all the ads I got in my free comic books this Saturday said that movie's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too late. If anyone hated this, well, it made its domestically, it made its budget back already. It won, folks, and we're gonna get a sequel after the Avengers, hopefully. And I don't know if I want more Asgard.
I want more Asgard, but I also want to go back to Earth for a little while. I mean, Jane Foster and that girl are just awesome, and so is the old guy.
Yeah, we gotta give them something. We can't leave them out to dry. So...
I guess we can end it here because I have to do things now.
Okay, so... Go see this movie if you haven't, you damn people. Ow!
Alright, and make sure you stay for after the credits, even if everyone else leaves.
Yes.
Including your grandparents and everyone else in the theater. Even the janitors, just wait.
We unintentionally didn't spoil it for you.
Alright, bye.
See you.